5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Recap the studio. Hi guys, it's Andrea here. This is the Global Empowerment Summit. Let me reset the studio before we are going live with Faz. I'm trying to get you. If she is not coming, then we will just do the update and I will tell you what's coming up next. Let me give the branding on the screen so that you have the full experience. So we are here today and we have a lot of exciting things coming up. In the morning, we had a lot of different interviews and we had already a panel discussion about the superpower of digital media. If you haven't seen it, please check it back and listen to it. Also, if you recognize or realize, there is a little QR code in the bottom or on the top of the screen, which means that you can just read that QR code. And once you did that, then it will lead you to the treasure hunt application, which is available for all the people who are having a free ticket, because we figured out maybe you don't have time to watch everything live. So we are engaging you through this application. If you have a free ticket, then most probably you already got an email from me about how you can go and play. So the only thing that you have to do is take your phone, check out the barcode or the QR code here on the top, and it will lead you to the application. What you can do is, I am releasing secret codes during our sessions when we are live, so you can put those secret codes into the application, and you can also do different things like giving us feedback about the different sessions by sending us your aha moments. You can even do pictures about yourself and showing how you are watching the summit, and you can also ask me to connect you with some of the speakers. These are the things that you can do. So please try it out. Just scan the QR code on the top of this screen, and please feel free to play. And this actually will be open until the end of the year, because we wanted you to rewatch and check all the. Now I think after 4 weeks, it's around 200 live sessions that we did already. So this way, in the next 2 months, basically until the 31st of December, you can slowly go through every different sessions week by week. And then after it happens, then you can just be on the top of the leaderboard, and you can be the one who wins the prizes. I see Faz coming on the stage, and I will let her up, and let's have her topic, which is about coaching on the go.
Hello.
All right. Hi, Faz. So nice to see you. I just want to quickly say hi to Alina. Hi, Alina. Thank you for being here. We are really happy to see you here too. Again, I'm really happy that you're here many, many times. I know that everyone is busy, so I'm appreciating everyone. Even the previous panel was full of visitors and viewers, and I'm really happy to have them here. So Faz, this is your session. This is a Saturday afternoon, so I'm total happy that you can make it and you are giving us your free time. Actually, I'm taking you away from your family, but not too long. We will have only around 20 minutes of discussion here about your topic, which is coaching on the go. Tell me a little bit more about yourself first before we jump into the topic.
Thank you, Andrea. Hello, everybody. I am Faz. I have spent, and I really like to use the word spend. I have spent almost 25 years in project management and HR. And amazingly enough, I found myself in in HR across several industries in at least 2 regions, and I move around all the HR roles because I'm excited about creating an employee experience, from attracting the right employee all the way to exiting well. So I'd like to put out a rather confrontational statement first, which is we may treat each other like family members, but our organization is not our family. Okay, so that was the statement that unlocked my thinking to empower myself, because the decisions that the people make is to make sure that we continue to give our best and make sure the company still makes money through the revenue. So now that's where I come in to make sure that the conversations are done in a way that is respectful and empowering. So, um, as a manager in an open workstation kind of arrangement, I would come, people would come to me and say, "Fast," and my face would be like, "Yeah, what?" and I realized, hang on a second, my boss, who is a good friend now, in an airline where I work, told me, it's your face. So I'm like, hey, this is the face that I was born with. and, and she gave me another important insight: how I welcome people before they even tell me what they want to ask me is shaping the environment and shaping the conversation. So it took me a long time to get that. I was like, what? Can't they see that I'm working? Yes, they can see that you are working. And managers out there, if you are managing people, yes, they can see that you are working. But then they have to ask you. So they have to come to you. So they came to me and they see my face. What? So like, okay, nothing. It's rather sad. And I feel I don't have a lot of regrets, but this is part of my day. Having conversations, my dear managers, fellow managers, and leaders out there, having conversations is part of our day. It's part of our work. Okay? So we need to find a way to be able to turn all these conversations into good conversations. And when we talk about coaching on the go, we coach in just 2 minutes. And our key is the kind of question that we ask. So
It's reminding me on the lean management, because I'm a lean subject matter expert. So we do the huddles and the gamble walks, and it's kind of like the same when you're going around in the office and you are helping the people and catching up with them. And it just takes a little bit of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but already in this short time, you can give at least some connection, some context for them. You can answer some questions. So thank you. It's a nice summary of who you are and what you do. Let's get further in the topic. What exactly is the area that you focus on? You are working with big organizations, or you're working with small entrepreneurs? Do you work with leaders only, or you also work with employees?
okay, I love that. Clarity of thought, clarity of vision, clarity of thought. I love that. I work in an organization. Well, actually, I am a partner together with 3 lovely friends. 2 of them are in Singapore, and I hope they're here. And we in Compass, we run our own development programs. We focus on people who want to become trainers and facilitators, where we share with them methods that unlock the facilitator and the coach inside them. So that's one. And we work with a lot of leaders. We work primarily with HR people as our client. So when they get in touch with us to ask for a development program, then we speak to them and we say, what is the real problem? How has this been showing up at work lately? And how has this affected the performance, and where do you want to aim? So that's my consulting and training work. On my own, I run and I own Fast Forward. Fast Forward is a coaching practice. In fact, just now I was just concluding a coaching conversation, and I primarily work with first-time managers. Because when I was a first-time manager, I needed a lot of help, but I didn't realize it. And I made a lot of mistakes until I found my coach who asked me really deep questions that created insights that gave me a lot of aha moments. And to close the loop on the earlier story that I was telling, I changed one thing. Because remember, the scenario is I'm in an open office environment. So whenever people come to me and say, hey, Faz, because my mindset was having conversations is part of my workday. They're no longer interruptions. So I take my fingers away from my computer. I look up and I say, yo, what's up? And that has created the space for a lot of good conversations. And also I could get back to work easily, regardless of the many articles that I read about, interruptions. No, they are not interruptions. They make my work day. And that's how relationships is little behaviors that we do. It's important that we discover it soon so that we can maximize from it, right? So that's why as Fast Forward, I work primarily with first-time managers.
And what are the challenges that you were meeting? Maybe it's coming from experience because you also met with challenges when you were first-time manager. But what are mainly the things that those first-time leaders facing? What do they come to you with? Like, what are those problems?
If I could chunk everything up, there are a few areas that a lot of people have in common. They feel they're alone. And they feel like, I don't know who to trust. I feel like everybody's watching me with killer eyes. I'm going to fail, that's for sure. I don't know who to ask. I don't know how to build my network. And there are first-time managers who don't realize that they have to build a network. It's like having your own safety net that you can land on if you fall. So that's one. Creating a network of people that you can refer to with issues and you can bounce ideas off, and people that can mentor you. So discovering that and finding what's inside that can help to build this is mostly what people come to me about. And the other part, the two main parts. The other part is how to get my people to think for themselves, which is where coaching comes in. Because when we ask questions, what happens to us when we ask these questions? And what happens to the other people when we are asking them questions? Now, these are interesting things. And the kind of questions that we ask, questions have power, which suits the empowerment word, right? So questions can help the people to connect the dots inside them. So
Thank you.
as leaders, that's mainly how I can summarize it.
And if it's about, because this summit is about the generation gaps and the different generations, how they are dealing with things, like, was it different for you in the clients when they are coming from a younger generation, and if they are coming from an older generation? Is there difference between the challenges that they face?
Interestingly enough, only clients who come from the older generation say things like, the young people nowadays. The young people don't say those things.
Do you think they just don't have the courage to speak up because they are so respecting the authority, or where is it coming from?
Here's what I see. Here is what I've experienced in general. The older my generation, because I am Gen X. I will be 50 years old next year. A lot of people from my generation, when they were younger in an organization on the job, they get told a lot, do this, do that. And they do it. They didn't ask, because if they ask, like, why you ask? You stupid. Excuse me for sharing that. But then, so they build their own way of finding the way. And that to them reflects how independent they have become, how independent we have become, because we find our way, right? So the thing is, though, because we didn't ask questions when we were younger, we didn't clarify, we didn't seek direction, we didn't ask for ideas, we didn't look for opportunities where we could give ideas. We don't do that with people who are reporting to us. So I have clients who come to me and say, "Okay, now I want to do this," and they face a new challenge. Oh no, I asked my juniors, and now they cannot answer me. So managers or senior managers who are out there, be patient, because the people who report to you have been used to being told. And now you're asking them to suddenly become independent, become empowered. So be patient. And that's what I learned too. We have to find a way to think about the questions that we want to ask and ask them. And after we ask, we pause. Give some time for the people to have experienced these questions in their head so that they can respond to us.
So just a quick summary for those who are watching us. We are talking about coaching on the go for a few more minutes with Faz before we head into the workshop room with Biro Tom, the person who will talk about strategic agile leadership, actually, which is connecting to your topic. So first of all, clarify what you want, right? And then after, connect with your people. Be open for communication and show that you are open. I remember those movies where they were showing the open door policy, and I think in the movie the guy was taking the door from the office and putting it down, and then it was meaning the open door policy. It was kind of the mock-up of this new system. But be like that, be like Faz, and then ask what's up. And then also listen to them when they are actually asking questions. First listen to them, and then you said you can also coach them on the go, and you can also help them very shortly with quick tips how they can implement what they were discussing about. And be patient. That was your last point, right? So Faz, amazing things. In a few sentences, we have like around 2 minutes to go. It was a very quick, short interview, and I'm really thankful for you for coming and joining us. Later, we will have you for longer time. So, what would be your tips for the youngsters out there if they would like to be leaders in the future? What are the things that they can do? How can they search for a company? How can they coach themselves? Should they find a mentor? Give a few tips.
Thank you for that. Self-coaching is a great way to start. On my LinkedIn page, interesting that you mentioned that, I have a booklet for getting started with self-coaching, because if you Google self-coaching, I don't know how many billion materials will come up. So go to my LinkedIn page, and if you feel like, what can I do now? Now is ask questions to yourself. What do I want to do? Who am I? That's probably a bit deeper. So what do I want to do? And free your mind, ask a lot of questions to yourself, and see where that takes you.
Thank you very much, Faz. It pricked you. There is a music. Free your mind.
Yes,
I don't remember who is
the
doing that.
rest
It's an
will
old.
follow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
It was popping in my mind when you were saying that. Oh, these musics, they are all have the wisdom. We just have to listen to them, right? So, Faz, thank you very much for this afternoon. The quick check up and update from you, and we will see you later for a longer session. Enjoy your afternoon and
Thank
have
you.
a nice rest and time with your family. And thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Andrea. You have a great time too. See you next time.
Till next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So for the audience out there, now there's something super exciting coming. I brought you someone who is from the same country like me, and I will just show you a little bit his achievements. Okay, so let me just share a little bit about him very quickly before we go to the workshop room. Okay, let me just bring it up now. Here we go. Okay, I will add it to the screen and I will show you. So his name is Tamás. He's from Hungary and we are working together on digital readiness, which is a framework that he created. And we are different experts coming from all around the world, helping the people to catch up with the digital world and bringing agile frameworks, bringing a new framework that Tamás was creating. So Tamás, next to all this, he's the co-founder of the Digital Readiness Institute. So if you go to the website, you will find a very nice framework that you can download. So he opened up this framework for everyone to contribute and to change and to adapt and to add their insights. So it's a very interesting concept. You just have to go to digitalreadiness.com and you will find there a downloadable framework and you can check and you can add your points and Tamás will include it in the new version and update it every single time when someone is adding something. What a nice idea. And then he was also the co-founder of Barion, which is a spin-off from SenseNet, and it was an online payment platform system. It was a very disruptive system that they created, and it's a huge company. You see investment contract with 6 million euros. So he is someone to go to when you want to ask about agility, when to ask about leadership, when to ask about startups. And he was a leader of many companies. He's a business architect and agile expert teaching at universities. And you can meet with him now, straight now, in the workshop room. So if you head over to the website, you remember, let me show you where to go. Okay. I hope you remember already because I'm trying to share this with you every time when we meet. So I will share my screen again. Okay. And I will show you the steps, what you have to go. Easiest way. You remember? Who will tell me where I go first? Homepage. Scroll down until I see a calendar. Here you go. And then I see the workshop with Tamás here. And then you see the Zoom meeting link and you just have to click on this link and you will be with us in a few minutes. We are starting in 5 minutes and you can meet someone who already did it, who already founded a company which get invested with a lot of money. So he is already someone who created something in his life and you can ask him questions and learn agility, strategic leadership from him directly in the Zoom room for free for 50 minutes. So what an offer, guys. Just come and head over to the workshop room. See you there and enjoy, be interactive, be engaged and ask questions because these guys are from all over the world putting their heart out there to help you and empower you. So make sure you are in the workshop room in 8 minutes because we are starting very, very soon. Thank you very much. See you guys in the workshop room.